So, almost every student I've spoken to has had troubles within the university. I'm not talking about passing and failing, I'm talking about administration, credit processing, timetables, the list goes on, it's endless. These problems can turn out to be really stressful for some. I've been there, and I'm going to share my story about what I dealt with, just to hopefully show people that they're not the only ones going through them. Maybe that their situation isn't really that bad. Maybe people just think I'm just complaining, but I'm going to tell you anyway. So here we go. So I passed my 1-year-long pathway program to get me into Latrobe as a second-year student. Being new to all this, enrolling into classes and stuff, I was pretty bad at it, so I called Ask Latrobe. Simply, the nice lady helped me enroll into my subjects, and I was all good. Until the next day when I realized that those subjects were for first year. So I called back and I explained that I had enough credits to get me into second year, to which she then explained that they hadn't processed them. So she asked me to leave it with her, and she'll get back to me, and it will be solved. The days went past, and they hadn't called me yet, so I called them. I was told the only thing I could do was to sit and to wait for them to process them. It shouldn't take too long, and they will call me soon. So after about a week of the same conversation every day, classes had started by then, and I was just at home. So when I wasn't on the phone with them, which I was a lot, I wasn't really doing much when I was at home. I'd just be sitting down and just watching TV or playing PlayStation, or I'd just be in my music room just trying to get my mind off things. Usually it would work, but as the weeks went by, so did the motivation to really do anything. So after about 3 or 4 weeks, they finally called back with some good news. They processed my credit, and that I'm finally a second-year student. But then they told me that there were no subjects for me because the course I was in its first year in entirety, and there were no subjects for second-year students yet. So confused, I just kind of said, transfer me to a different course. To which they replied, we can, but you'll have to start it next semester. So after it took about 3 or 4 weeks to fix this little problem that seemed to be so impossible, I had to wait another whole semester to start my studies. I've never really liked going to school or to uni, but these days a degree is pretty important, so sticking it out. You can kind of imagine how I felt when I found out that I had an extra half year of studies just because of all the shenanigans, So, that's my story. I'm sure a lot of other people are dealing with issues like this, and I feel like it's time to speak up, so future students don't have to deal with what we've dealt with before. Adios.